Hey there, folks. Santee at the Arizona Ghostwriters here. We got mail.
Santee, can you do one on sunglasses in the Old West? Alex Mig.
Sunglasses in the Old West. We can do that.
I have done a video on spectacles, and in it I touched on sunglasses, but have been getting a few questions on the shades of the era. So, yeah, they had them. But they weren't called sunglasses back then. They were referred to as tinted or colored spectacles. Tinted specs weren't just developed to help people with shading their eyes from the sun's rays. They were also suggested by some doctors for reading and writing. Eyes would get itchy and sore, and headaches would ensue, maybe due to insufficient light or the brightness of the paper. Of course, others thought using colored lenses while reading would have adverse effects on your peepers. I read that the Chinese had been using smoky quartz cut down into panes to shield their eyes since the 12th century. One source said that these were worn by judges so that people couldn't tell what information their eyes would be giving up.
I look like I was born yesterday. I'm 71 years old, you fool.
Keeping sun's rays out of your eyes was not a new idea back in the 19th century. Due to snow blindness, indigenous tribes in Alaska and Canada made glasses out of wood or animal bones with a slit cut into them that allowed just enough light in to see. Yeah, UV protection was not really a thing back then. People with eye afflictions were also customers for sunglass salesmen. Glaucoma, trachoma, and syphilis had no cure back then, and one symptom happened to be light sensitivity. Apparently, Wild Bill Hickok was suffering from one of these ailments and was losing his sight.
First it gets into your eyes. They can't stand the daylight, even a bright moon.
Some accounts say he owned some dark specs, and many reenactors portray him wearing them. By the way, tinted specs were not a cheap dollar store purchase back then. In some labor jobs, $1 was a day's wages. John Browning, the optician, not the gunmaker, wrote a book in 1883 about the proper ways to take care of your eyesight. In it, he mentions that the use of colored glasses is necessary for folks visiting seaside locations or any place that has moderate to intense reflections of sunlight. Oval, square, and octagonal-shaped lenses were all the rage. Round lenses were around prior to the Civil War, then surprisingly disappeared and didn't come back into fashion until the early 1900s. D-shaped spectacles were also called railway spectacles because they protected the eyes from soot and sparks in the early days of open-carriage train travel. The side lenses are on hinges that are closed if not needed. I imagine they were extremely helpful for folks with light sensitivity. The pince-nez spectacles were popular during the period. They did not hook around your ears, rather pinched lightly to the bridge of your nose. The benefit is portability and necessary for folks without ears.
How dare you!
Sorry, I thought that would be funnier.
That is insensitive.
During the era of the Old West, shade colors expanded from gray, blue, and green to accept amber and later on pink. Thomas Valenza of the Historic Eyewear Company told me that he has lenses from 1890 in 6 different shades of gray. Incidentally, the lenses were colored with a combination of oxides and heat to create the tints. Protective eyewear didn't become mainstream until the 20th century, and later on the term sunglasses was coined. So, if you want to wear the equivalent to 1880s Ray-Bans, then get some authentic ones or reproductions. The Historic Eyewear Company has some in a variety of different lens colors, and you can even get prescription lenses if needed. Just make sure the character you are portraying would have the means and the reason to get them. Or wear a wide-brimmed cowboy hat and squint a lot.
I don't think it's nice, you laughing.
Well, folks, that's it for another episode. Thanks for watching. And as always, please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you on down the trail. Do I look like Tom Cruise in Risky Business?
No. You look like John Lennon.